expecting no one to read it.
I know you say that in the frame of like, well, I've been this big character, of course, but I know what it's like. It's, you feel like you are walking down the street naked when you put that out to the world. Did you have that same experience?
Well, yes and no, because I've written all these pages anyway, because that's what I do. I write, I just like to write. The fact that someone's read them, that's fucking terrifying. Excuse my yes. That's the bit that sort of shocked me and still does. The fact that it's also been read across the world, and yeah, it's bizarre. Even my mum texts me saying, "Ooh, someone in Japan has read your book." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, it's wild." So it's it was quite cathartic to put it into a timeline as far as like which event happened when. I'm sure it's the same for people here when you do 8 years of school or 8 years of college or 4 years of college, whatever it is. It's hard to determine when each individual event happens. So by writing it down and going through it, I got a chance to sort of put a chronological timeline to it, which was fun.
Did you surprise yourself at any point in the process? Like you forget that something happened until you really start digging, or you didn't realize something was as important as it was until it took place in the book?
I guess, yeah, because to me, it's just Alan. It's not Snape, and it's not like that important to me, because I grew up with him. So it's only when someone says, well, what did he because they read my scribbles, they read all my scribbles, and said, well, what did he say next, or what did he say before?
Right.
And then I go, well, and it sparks a memory, and then I get a chance to sort of embellish on the great experiences I had. And yeah, like I said, I like to look forward as much as possible, but the times when you do get to look back and go, I'm so damn lucky and grateful for those experiences. That's amazing. I love that. Just never expected anyone else to actually to read it.
How many here read the book? Very few of you don't know. It's called Beyond the Wand.
All right, cool. Well, we are here all together. We're going to have a wonderful time here. We're going to be doing a spotlight for someone that I've had the pleasure of speaking with a couple of different times on LeakyCon stages and in LeakyCon arenas over plates of eggs. So, the plates plural is true. Now, before we get into the talk, I do have to just cover some things really briefly. As you may know, SAG-AFTRA, the union that represents many of our guests, is currently on strike against major studios, networks, and streamers. LeakyCon is proud to support SAG-AFTRA and its members in their efforts to secure a fair, equitable, and respectful contract. I also put my hat into that ring. SAG-AFTRA has put together some guidelines to allow these guests to still participate in others even during a strike. The guidelines require members to steer away from discussing specific shows or characters by name and to avoid comments that might be seen as promoting projects that fall under the strike order. The actors appearing on our show are to discuss other more general topics about their lives and work and wish them success in their striking effort, and we appreciate your understanding and support. Now, with that out of the way, I have a fun rectangle of questions that we're going to be referencing, but I'm really excited to have this conversation with our guest. So please give it up for that guest. It's Stanislaw Yadevsky.
I once read about a 13-year-old boy who was riding a motorcycle without number plates and came across police and ran away from them into a corn crop. So they stopped, they got out the police car, and they just said, and the 13-year-old boy kept on going. So yeah, 13.
As far as whenever you bought your first legal motorcycle, how old would you / a Bulgarian boy have been?
It was still illegal because I didn't have my license. So I was riding the bike, I was riding that for I think 2 years without the category. Then I got caught. Went and did get my category, but then you have to get it in your driving license. So I only had the papers saying that I've done the whole thing, and I got caught again. And they said, you don't have the category, and I said, I've got the papers. And I said, this is illegal. So somehow I managed to escape trouble again. Yeah, went and got back, printed all my driver's license, so I'm legal ever since.
I look forward to your autobiography called Somehow I Managed to Get Out of Trouble.
Just pure luck.
Maybe a sequel called Somehow I Managed to Get Out of Trouble. Thank you very much. But please welcome to the stage the wonderful Shawn Biggerstaff. He says it is equity, British equity, the Actors Union for the UK t-shirt. Because we'll start with that. I know. Shawn, we've had two Shawns this weekend who are doing their very best in representing and working with the unions. Shawn Aston is on the negotiating committee for SAG-AFTRA, so is highly involved in the current strike, and you are on the committee, one of the committees with equity, aren't you?
I'm on the council, on the governing council with equity, so yes, a similar position to Shawn potentially would be on the negotiating team if we were to get as far as potentially going on strike, which would be very exciting, but we're not. I didn't realise that until I met you yesterday. It's obviously very delighted to meet Mikey, who I grew up being a big fan of, and I didn't realise again, we immediately just started talking trade unions, so it was good to know he's on the side of the angels.
Yes, I think we all are, really. I mean, also, I think, yeah. I think it'd be a daft actor who was not on the side of getting money and better work environments, really. Now, obviously, like I just said, we're not here to talk about the years of schooling that we celebrated together. But we can talk about some of the things that, I mean, it has been 20 years since...
With
a
school.
non-specific generic cast.
With a non-specific magical school on the skyline.
Yeah, that is quite...
You never see that when you're there.
No.
Doing the thing, so...
You can see it from the freeway. Yeah, that was a nice evening that I left with COVID from, unfortunately. Oops. See the city walk for you there, really. What can we say?
Multitasking again. I need to take off my makeup. So, first of all, if I talk weird in today's clip, I don't know if I've mentioned it. I have a gluten retainer. I cut my tongue on it. Normally when I cut my tongue, it gets better in like 48 hours. There's totally not enough water on this. I'll be right back. Anyways, as I was saying, got more water. So I cut my tongue a lot and then it normally gets better in 48 hours, but it's been like 4 days and it's hurting worse. It is unbearable. I had a hard time sleeping last night because I couldn't figure out where to put my tongue in my mouth that it wouldn't hurt. And I just looked in the mirror and there's like a hole on my tongue, like not like through the other side because it's on the tip. It's not like top to bottom. It's not like a piercing, but like something is definitely not normal. So yeah, if it doesn't get better, I am literally gonna go to the doctor. I don't have a primary care doctor right now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm hoping it's just like I accidentally ripped off a taste bud and that's why it hurts, and I'm hoping it's nothing worse. I like abruptly ended my clip last night and I don't remember what I was talking about, but I know I was preparing for the ball. So let's start with the ball. Last night Also, I apologize for my hair. Holy crap, it looks bad. I was Mrs. Fig today, so I had a plastic rain cap on my head all day. And apparently, I didn't know this, it's really hot under plastic. So, sweating a little bit. Just a little bit, because health issues don't really sweat a ton. But yeah, messed up my hair. The ball was fun, but I always feel like so awkward at the balls. And it's just because like, I'm not a big dancer and I don't know modern songs. And my friend put her camera in my face because we were all singing along to the songs. And I was like, I just stood there like, and then she's like singing the lyrics to try and get me to do it. And I was like, I don't know what I'm singing. Oh gosh, it's probably gonna end up on Instagram. Maybe she'll cut me out. Probably not. Hopefully. I don't know. It was like the last one in the video. Maybe she would cut me off. I don't think it was the last one in the video. Oh gosh. But I did dance like a tiny bit. I did the Macarena. My body was really sore by the time that I went to the ball. So yeah, people knew I was Carl Grimes. That was fun, although there was one person that came up to me to ask if I was okay and ask if I injured my eye, and I was like 100% Carl Grimes right now. Talked with some friends at the ball, but of course it's hard to talk at the ball because there's like blasting music. Ball is a lot of fun. I don't really do like after parties per se that aren't official because the only time I went to one, someone got roofied, so after parties aren't for me, but ball is official, so it's fine. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then I woke up bright and early this morning to go get a picture with Kieran Shaw, who has been in a ton of stuff. I personally know him most from Harry Potter, where he played a goblin in Gringotts in the first film. I know him from the 1999 version of Alice in Wonderland. I don't think I ever talked about this, but when I was like 14 to 17, I had an Alice in Wonderland phase. And now that I'm older, I still like the live action movies, but like stuff that's true to the source material is so confusing. But I went through a phase where I watched like every Alice in Wonderland adaptation that I could find in the universe, and the 1999 version was one of them, and Kieran Shaw played the White Rabbit. Well, he was in the costume to play the White Rabbit. And Kieran Shaw was also in Lord of the Rings. He was a like size double, like I don't know if that's the right word. Body double, but not entirely a body double. So hobbits are obviously shorter than normal people, so for perspective shots where they need someone to be hobbit size, they used Kieran, and Kieran could dress like a hobbit, and he is the right height to be the right perspective in comparison to like Gandalf and stuff. And Kieran, I also personally know him the most from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I don't remember his character's name. I feel really bad about that. But there's the White Witch, and then the White Witch has her assistant, and that's Kieran. Kieran was super nice, and I loved getting to hear him talk on the panel yesterday, and it was super cool to meet him in person. I told the Protego Foundation about Kieran because Kieran talked about animal rights and how he was working with a company for like a film, and Kieran talked about how he had worked with like a company with a film to like advocate for animal rights, because since he plays some animal characters, he has a unique position to understand what animals go through, I guess. Well, not entirely, but like he was talking about how there's certain animals that were kept in cages, and he was part of this film raising awareness for the terrible conditions that these animals were kept in. So the Protego Foundation know about that because I felt like it would be good to pair Kieran with the Protego Foundation. And Kieran knows Ellie, who works for the Protego Foundation, because Ellie was on the same panel as Kieran. And then after that, what did I do after that? Literally, what did I do? Brain, what did I do? Oh, I went and talked to some friends and at the marketplace. And then after that, I went to my next photo op, and I got a photo with Chris Rankin, my third photo with him, and I pulled Ness into the photo, and my idea was to like go like this on top of each other's head and do like an awkward family photo type situation. My mom's not entirely happy with it because she didn't think my awkward smile was awkward enough, and meanwhile my mom went like full out, but I like it. And then after that I went to Tom Felton's panel, and then I ended up going back to my hotel room for a little bit so my mom could eat lunch, and I filmed some TikToks, and we headed back. And I had an autograph with Sean Biggerstaff, and I asked him, so have you had any good food here? Because I know that when he goes to LeakyCons, he doesn't go to the ball. He like searches up the best food places that he can find in the area, and then he goes there. It's funny, I actually went to a panel that had Sean on it, and Sean was talking about how he doesn't like Chris Choose where they eat food anymore, because Chris chose some like restaurant in the Universal City Walk, and they had like sushi burgers that apparently were like atrocious to Sean, so he doesn't trust Chris anymore with food choices. Is that a bug in the light? It's not a bug. I don't know what I'm doing. And then I wanted to go to the cosplay contest, but that didn't happen. LeakyCon this year has been epically failing at disability accommodations in terms of autographs and photographs. And because LeakyCon advocates for disability and makes it as accessible as possible, I need to go voice my opinions and voice my feedback, which took a while. And by the time that I got that all voiced, I was like, there's like not very long left of the costume contest, so I didn't go watch that. So the thing with Tom Felton is I didn't get another photo with him this year, in part because it was so expensive, and in part because, quite frankly, LeakyCon Denver didn't do very well with accommodations for lines, but the lines were pretty short in Denver, so I didn't think it was like the end of the world. But then this year they were even worse, and I was like, I need to speak up. I will be finding some way to speak up about Terrificon, because they told me, oh, we don't do ADA, and I was like, your business, you are required to do ADA. They didn't care. But LeakyCon, they took my feedback, they listened to it. I'm gonna send a follow-up email with my own writing everything into words for the management team. LeakyCon is coming to Portland next year, my city, so I will of course be going to LeakyCon next year, but I hope that they take my advice into consideration. I don't want to like go into that too much here, because I think LeakyCon genuinely has some of the best disability accommodations out of all conventions. However, these past 2 years, I noticed that the like people in charge has switched to like celeb photo ops, and celeb photo ops, I like sort of befriended some of them this convention, but they do not do good with disability accommodations. Like, they were at Terrificon too, and it was a mess. But genuinely, the people are awesome, but they are not educated on disability enough, and they don't have the proper training to deal with disability, which is something that they need to change as a business. But 100%, if anybody from Celeb Photo Ops is watching this, which I doubt you are, I love all of you people. Please just like slide into my DMs with any questions you have, I guess, because I'll happily help you out. Yeah, and then after that, I ended up going back to Marketplace to talk with my friends some more, and then I ended up going to Stan Yanefsky's spotlight panel. Poor Stan, he had such a mess getting here to LeakyCon. I'm glad that he's here, but also, oh my gosh. So essentially, he wasn't like at this panel yesterday, and I was like, why isn't he here? And someone was like, oh, I think it was a customs issue. Found out what happened. His original flight was canceled, and so they put him on the next flight to get to Chicago, and then his flight's kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed, and next thing you know, he got here midday yesterday on Saturday, when he was supposed to be here all weekend, I think. I don't know if he was supposed to be here Friday. I think he was, because normally he tries to do like all the conventions days, I think, don't take my word for that. But yeah, he made it in time for the ball. He made it in time for like a photo session, and poor Stan, he's so jet lagged, and he's flying back home tomorrow, Monday, and he got in Saturday midday. Poor bud. But I love hearing Stan talk. He has somewhat of an ego, but it's not like a bad thing with him. Like, sometimes when someone has a huge ego and they're so full of themselves, it can be really frustrating to listen to them talk. But Stan, the way his ego presents is like a fun, like personality wise, and I think it's great that he has so much confidence and that he has so many like dreams and goals in life, because he talks about he wants to be in superhero movies. And also I included the clip, he was talking about his motorcycle riding, which, in case you don't know, he has a YouTube channel, which I'll link down in the description below, where he uploads a lot of his motorcycle rides, and I find that really fun. He was talking about how he got into motorcycle riding, and he was too young, but he had some funny stories about that. And then after that panel, I started to have a little freak out, because I was like, I'm going to Harry Potter Magic at Play at 6 p.m. And then I checked the site, I'm like, hey, why does it say you close at 5 p.m. when I have a time at 6 p.m.? But then I found out that it said on dates that are really in demand, they increase the time of the event. And then I was like, but you don't tell us which dates are in demand. And so I was like, am I a fluke? Am I correct to go at 6 p.m? And Magic at Play has no phone number to contact them. Like, none at all. This is a little stressed, so then I ended up just slightly late to Sean Biggerstaff's panel, and I loved getting to hear what Sean had to say. And there's so much stuff that I want to hear from Sean that has to do with struck production companies. So after the strike, would very much like to see him at the LeakyCon and hear him talk. Chris was moderating that one. Oh, and Mike Schubert was the one moderating Stan's panel. And Mike Schubert, in case you don't know, you probably know because I've talked about him in this video. My eyes are watering really bad. Don't worry, I'm not crying. Mike Schubert, who hosts the Potterless podcast, was the one interviewing Stan because they're sort of buds, it seems like. Yeah, so today was a lot of fun. And oh, I haven't even finished talking about my day. I hopped in an Uber to go to Harry Potter Magic at Play. We passed by the Chicago Ferris wheel, the Divergent Ferris wheel from Capture the Flag, because I'm in Divergent Land. Chicago is Divergent Land. I personally really enjoyed Harry Potter Magic at Play. I had a ton of fun. I don't know if I'd necessarily like fly into Chicago per se to go to Magic at Play, although by the time that I upload this video, it might be after it is closed in Chicago because of the strike. I'm not uploading this until after the strike. But yeah, I don't think I'd fly into the event because I like the event meaning Magic at Play, because I don't think it's good enough to justify buying a whole plane ticket. But if you want to visit Chicago, then I think it would be fun to add it onto like your itinerary. And if it travels around and it comes to someplace near you, recommend going. Just again, I don't necessarily recommend flying to go to it and spending that much money to go see it, although it is pretty cool. I was like skipping around and happy and enjoying the experience and getting everything that I could out of it, although I had the last time slot, so I had an hour to do everything that I wanted to do. So I was a little rushed, but also I had a lot of fun. There was like a couple like climbing things with like slides, and I was like, I'm definitely too big for this. It's definitely for kids, like young kids. But it was still a lot of fun. However, I think Fevers, who runs the event, can you please like hire people who actually will like smile at people and interact with people? Like, I literally went to the Great Hall and there was someone in the Great Hall and he's like, do you want your picture taken? It's free. And I was like, dude, smile, say hello, how are you doing? Welcome to Hogwarts. Like, so many different things they could be saying. And then I went and I got this one photo opportunity, and the person saw my brooch that my friend made me for my Mrs. Fig cosplay, and the person was like, is that a Littlest Pet Shop? And I go, no, I'm Mrs. Fig. And then I go, have you seen the movies? And the person was like, it's not like the first movie. I was like, what the frick? And that's why you're not enthused and on your phone. That's why nobody's enthused. And so I went around, and every staff member that I saw after that, I was like, hey, have you seen the movies? No one has seen all the movies. And I was like, what the hell? What the heck? Sorry, I tried to warn everyone when I cuss. Sorry. Well, is H-E-L-L curse word? I don't know. I was like, that's why they're not enthused. And some of the like people attending the experience didn't seem enthused. But then I found someone who was like really excited to be there, and so I was like taking all different shots of them, because I'm like, I have an Instagram, I understand the struggle of being alone at an event. I wanted to take pictures but not wanting to have all the selfies, so I was like doing different angles, doing different like horizontal, vertical, you know. Here's the thing, I'm the type of person who I'm like, what do I want in the world? And then I see what I want in the world, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give that to other people. It's funny, I was talking with one of my friends recently, and she was like, if you were dating someone, you would be the type of partner who would carry everyone's bags. And I was like, yes, I'd be the type of partner who would take pictures of my partner nonstop and carry their bags and like basically do everything to make them happy. Within reason, within reason. Yeah, that's just the type of person that I am. And then after that, we got an Uber. I got in a Tesla because it was the same price as normal Uber. And luckily my mom knew how the doors worked, because I was like, there's no handle. Okay, now into a haul, and then I'm gonna just rest a little bit and figure out what I'm doing tomorrow. thinking maybe I'm gonna hit up some Divergent locations. I want to hit up at least one and get like close to one, because I've seen 2 from afar, but I haven't got close. I love Divergent. I should have rewatched it before I came, but I forgot. I totally forgot that Divergent is in Chicago. Okay, things that I got. So for both yesterday and today, I got this, which is a little wood sign. I have a very hairy Christmas, but the reason I got this sign is because of this side. Happy New Year. I believe this was $15 or $10. I got these leggings. This was from Mud in My Blood, who is a wonderful shop. This was in clearance for $10. And I verified that they're adult size and they look like they're long enough and they look stretchy. Perfect. Someone gave me this. I think they also may have given me a ribbon or something. No! You know what they gave me? I have it right here. I'll get the sticker out in 1 second. They also gave me 3D printed chocolate frog, and they were saying that they're 3D printing a lot of products and giving them away, and they have a little like business card, I think, in here. Okay, so this is the sticker that I got. I traded it with my mom because this one matched my cosplay for yesterday because it's potions, and I was love potion Ron. Here's their cards. So KR 3D Fantastic Prints and The Hidden Folk, Finding Homes for Misplaced Magical Creatures, Jenna Greenwood, and bam, oh, a rehoming specialist. That's really cool. It's an unfortunate but necessary job. There's a QR code there. You can screenshot it and then scan your photo. Oh gosh, there's even more stuff that I need to grab, but I'll show you everything that I have here first, and then I'll get up and grab the rest of the stuff. Okay, so LeakyCon stuff first, and then Harry Potter Magic at Play stuff. Someone handed me this, a Honeydukes lollipop, which I think it's a Tootsie Roll underneath. Oh, I don't know if I can have Tootsie Rolls. Or Tootsie Pops, not Tootsie Rolls. I'll have to see. I can't eat solid food, and I don't know if the middle will get stuck in my throat. I'll have to think that through. I got the follow-ups to the one booth that I was mentioning that you have to go back each day for the prints. Saturday's was Ginny. I really like the artwork at this booth, but I can't like justify the prices for some of the stuff, which is why I got the little ones each day. And Harry, and there's like 100 made each day, and I don't know if they sold out today, but they sold out Friday and Saturday. My friend really likes Sam from Lord of the Rings, so this is a sticker. I'm not gonna open it right now, but this is a sticker of Sam, and Sam's right there, and it says The Gardener. Oh, I didn't even realize Sam's holding potatoes. Mash them, boil them, stick them in a stew. I got these 2 keychains. I feel like would be good for fidgeting. So this one is probably just potion, and it has the ingredients in there. This is what the back looks like. And here's a Twizzler cup with the little names in there that were entered. So we've had a lot of fun interactive ones. And I don't have their card. I swear I picked it up, but I don't know where it went, so I don't know. I'm sorry. I like told myself I would remember the prices, I'd remember the booths, and then I totally didn't. So for my photo with Chris Rankin that I pulled his fiance into, they actually took 2 photos. So, and celeb photo ops, since they know me and they were really kind to me, besides the whole ADA issue, they gave me both of them. So here's the first one and here's the second one. And I got additional prints for both of these so that my mom could have a copy of each one. And then I got my photo with Shawn signed. It just says, to Shauna, best wishes, Shawn Biggerstaff. Oh my gosh, I have more LeakyCon stuff I need to go grab because I realized I didn't show you all my pictures from yesterday. Here's a Defend the Dire Rules, which is for the Protego Foundation. I didn't get like all of their stickers because I literally can't go vegan or vegetarian because of my health issues. I mean, I'm technically vegetarian right now, but as soon as I get back on solid food, I have to put meat back in my diet. Like, so I like the Protego Foundation, but I feel like I can't be a true 100% supporter of them because I personally can't go vegetarian and vegan. And even if I could be vegetarian and vegan, like if logistic wise my health issues I could do that, I don't know if I would. And it's not because I don't love animals, it's because I am an extremely picky eater and I struggle to eat food. Well, I struggled to eat food back when I could eat solid food, and basically I've grappled with the morality of it like a ton, and I need to prioritize giving my body stuff to sustain it, and unfortunately I have to prioritize that. Okay, this was the shop with the Lord of the Rings Sam stuff. Sid sketch, I'm pretty sure, because this looks like the similar art style. I got this sticker from one of my friends, and I got this AO3 sticker and this AO3 sticker. My photo with Rohan, my photo with Ellie. A little Bellatrix Lestrange gave me a little ducky. Okay, my Harry Potter Magic at Play stuff, and then I need to go because this clip alone is over 30 minutes so far. This is gonna be one long video. If you want to see video footage of me exploring Harry Potter Magic at Play, that will be in a separate video, as well as I will have some Instagram reels up of me exploring it. So I can tell you the prices because I have this, but just know, oh my gosh, that was so much more expensive than I thought. You know why? Oh my gosh. They charged me twice for the t-shirt I bought. Holy frick. I mean, they gave us a VIP discount. Why did they charge me twice? So they charged me $60 for a single t-shirt because they charged me twice. Holy frick. Okay, guess I'm going back there tomorrow. I'm so mad. I should have checked the receipt. But I was like rushing. I went to the shop first and I had to rush the experience, so I didn't check it. Okay. So here's the shirt that I was charged for twice. It's an Expecto Patronum shirt with the Patronuses of the different characters. That was $29.95, but they charged me $59.90 for it. I got this Birdie Bots little bag. I thought it would be fun to use it for my school bag, like my school utensils. Not utensils, school writing. Yeah, writing utensils. But it'd be fun to use that because my other one is falling apart. This was $9.95. And I guess I'm in a Birdie Bots mood because Birdie Bots journal. It's just so cute. Birdie Bots journal was $14.95. Then a Honeydukes magnet for $9.95. Fanny pack, which is bigger than the other fanny packs that I have. This was $29.95. I don't realize it was that much. But I just, like, my friend recently got me into using fanny packs because we both have fibromyalgia and it helps so much to use fanny packs instead of backpacks. I also got the digital downloads of the photos, which will be in my Harry Potter Magic at Play specific video, and that was $44.10. So yeah. Oh, and I also got butterbeer on the way out. My mom paid for the butterbeer. Yeah. To figure out how to bring that home. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a hold of my mom and jeez. Yeah, that really sucks that they charged us $60 for a single t-shirt because of an error. And I didn't realize that until we left. Okay, talk to you later.